what they're trying to do, the Democrats, is pass a bill saying, hey, you know what, some of the people who were doing cleanup at the 9/11 site, Ground Zero, they had some health issues, so why don't we get them some funding to take care of their health issues? I mean, can anything make more sense? There are heroes. They're, suffered because they were trying to help people. I've never heard anything more sensible in my life, right? So, of course, everybody's going to agree to that. Oh, what? The Republicans didn't? Who could have guessed? Now, they say that they had a procedural issue with it. No, not that they were opposed to the bill. It's just that they're going to kill the bill, even though they would love to vote for it. Okay, so now there was someone who wasn't having any of that, and that was Congressman Anthony Weiner, who represents New York, of course, in Congress, and he was livid. You're going to want to see this. Let's watch.
Gentleman from New York is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, I yield 1 minute to the distinguished gentleman from New York, Mr. Weiner.
Gentleman is recognized.
Great courage to wait until all members have already spoken and then stand up and wrap your arms around procedure. We see it in the United States Senate every single day where members say, we want amendments, we want debate, we want amendments, but we're still a no. And then we stand up and say, oh, if only we had a different process, we'd vote yes. You vote yes if you believe yes. You vote in favor of something if you believe it's the right thing. If you believe it's the wrong thing, you vote no. We are following a procedure. I will not yield to the gentleman, and the gentleman will observe regular order. The gentleman will observe regular order. Gentleman thinks that if he gets up and yells about it, he's going to intimidate people into believing he's right. He is wrong. The gentleman is wrong. The gentleman is providing cover for his colleagues rather than doing the right thing. It's Republicans wrapping their arms around Republicans rather than doing the right thing on behalf of the heroes. It is a shame. A shame. If you believe this is a bad idea to provide health care, then vote no. But don't give me the cowardly view that, oh, if it was a different procedure, the gentleman will observe regular order and sit down. I will not. The gentleman will sit. The gentleman is correct in sitting. I will not.
This is quite obviously not in order.
Gentleman will suspend.
I will not stand here
Gentleman is recognized.
and listen to my colleagues say, oh, if only I had a different procedure that allows us to stall, and then vote no. Instead of standing up and defending your colleagues and voting no on this humane bill, you should urge them to vote yes, something the gentleman has not done.
Booyah! Okay, apparently he came to play. Okay. Or alternatively, he wasn't playing. Either way, he came strong, which of course we appreciate. So now, look, there's a part of, first of all, let me tell you the parts that I loved, okay, as you can tell from there. I will not yield to the gentleman. Shame! Shame! JR, let's clip that up. Come on. Put that on the soundboard. Okay. And then the all-time favorite. The gentleman will sit. The gentleman is correct in sitting. So Peter King, apparently, the Republican from New York, had finally sat down after Weiner yelled at him, too. All right, so now on the substance of this issue. Okay, so why do they even need the Republicans? Because in the House, you've got, more, you don't have a filibuster and you have more Democrats. Well, what the Republicans can still hold things up by putting in amendments. So the Democrats wanted to expedite this because they want to get the package out. It's $7.4 billion. These guys need it. They've got significant health issues. So, but if they do it in this manner, because of the procedural rules, they need 2/3 vote in the House. Now, what the Republicans want to do, and why the Democrats did that was because the Republicans were going to add parts in there because they knew nobody can really vote against it, right? So, because, I mean, you can't vote against this bill, can you? So they wanted to add stuff that they like in there so that they could run on it later, okay? So they wanted to load this bill up with other crap. And the Democrats didn't want to let them do that. So they go, okay, then they go to vote on it, and the Republicans go, no, on procedural grounds, we vote no. And that's why Weiner lost it. He's like, oh, procedural grounds, yeah. Way to be classy and vote no on this. Because you wanted your own pork barrel projects or whatever it might be that you wanted to put in amendments. Now, look, I partly disagree with Weiner on the substance because, yeah, sometimes there is a need for a procedural vote. I get that. And, Democrats are not always going to be in the majority, and then they're going to play procedural tricks. Sometimes it doesn't make sense, and sometimes it does. Now, the part I agree with Weiner on is the problem is the Republicans do this all the time. every time, whether it's in the Senate with the filibusters or here as they were doing with needless amendments in a bill that had nothing to do with the amendments that they wanted to put in. So when the Republicans abuse the process, then yeah, then I switch over to Weiner's side and go, shame, shame, the gentleman will sit. Okay, then you're right. Okay, you want to play games? You want to play games? And you want to try to block everything so nothing gets done? Remember in the Senate, I told you about this yesterday. Well, the Republicans say, oh, we want the small business tax cut, small business, small business. Democrats introduce it, Republicans filibuster. Okay, well, then you're abusing the procedure, right? All right, well, then somebody should release the Kraken on your ass. And that's exactly what Anthony Weiner just did. 100% justified. And one final point on it is that as a general macro picture thing, I love it, of course, when progressives go on the offense and they stay there. I mean, how many years have we seen them cower? How many times have we seen them play defense? It's about damn time that you brought up what the Republicans do all the time, which is shameful. Thank you. The gentleman can now sit. The
Our
gentleman
formula
correct.
is this. We go out, we hit people in the mouth. Number one.
Number one.